to episode 33 of the Modern Skein podcast. Yay! Got the number right, I hope. Welcome to our podcast, the Modern Skein podcast, which is a knitting, I almost said and spinning podcast. I think I've memorized Amy Florence's intro. I don't spin. Blooper reel. Let's start over. Hi, this is Sharon Graff, and I am the owner of the Modern Skein, and this is episode 33 of the Modern Skein podcast. We are a knitting and crochet and general yarn store here in Montgomery, Texas, and this podcast is here to bring you all the yarny goodness that is happening both in store, in my own knitting basket, and just all around yarny goodness. Okay. I feel a little discombobulated a bit this morning, I think because last time, it's been like 2 weeks since, well, like 3, since I filmed at the store because I had technical difficulties for a while, and then I filmed the last one at my house, at my office, so it's been a while since we've been in front of the yarn wall. Feast your eyes. Okay. Let's dive right into the goodness that is the podcast. And first things first, we always like to show our finished objects. And I do have a finished object. Get my pronunciation correct this morning. However, I did not knit it. As you may know, we have an amazing sample knitter named Sarah. She's Avid Knits on Instagram. And she finished this amazing sample shawl. Show that to you. Look at that cabled goodness. So good. Oh, it's so squishy. So this pattern is A Gentle Wind by Lisa Haynes. I'm not sure if it's Haynes or Hans based on how it's spelled. It's Hannes. Might be Hans. But anyway, this is an amazingly cozy, squishy, just awesome cabled bordered shawl. This is knit out of DK, and the yarn that we used, or that Sarah used, is, just went on my head, Red Stag Fiber BFL, which is the Croft base, so the BFL DK. And you can see there's this fun texture. It's not really showing up that great on camera, but the colorway is Isle of Harris. I will say it shows up a lot more blue on screen, and in reality it is a true turquoisey teal, but it is a stunning piece. Thank you so much to Sarah that knit this up for us, and you can see just the tonality of the yarn. It's gorgeous. So this, again, this is Red Stag Fiber, the Croft base, Croft DK, which is the 100% BFL, and the colorway is Isle of Harris. So we do have that in stock. It takes just 3 skeins. So if you're looking to knit this exact one, we do have the Isle of Harris in stock, and we also have 3 skeins of several other colors as well. Gilded, Her Majesty's Navy, what else? Oh, the Scottish Thistle would be really pretty for a springy, purpley colored one. Okay, so that is my only finished object. I've been doing a lot of knitting this week. I cannot show you what I am knitting on because it's almost finished and it will be revealed at our 1-year anniversary. So the podcast after our anniversary, I will show it to you and it will be finished object. I am this close to being finished. Well, actually, literally probably about this close to being finished. So fingers crossed I'll get it done tonight, which would be great. So mystery project. I'm not even saying the pattern because then you might get an idea of what I was doing and all that fun stuff. So the only other thing that I worked on this week that I can show you is the Codicus shawl. And I'll say rediscovered my Codicus after last week's episode and realized I had already started it and didn't continue. And of course I'm halfway through a row. Of course. But you can see last week I was right here, and now I'm almost done with this plain stockinette section. I think I have maybe like 2 or 3 more repeats, so that would be probably like 4 or 6 more rows, and then I go on to the second band of color work, which it's not the same design, but it's similar. So this shawl is turning out really pretty. I'm loving it. The colors that I'm using is Ferrum by Hedgehog. This is all DK weight. Pine by Hedgehog. I love this color. It's this really soft cream. It's blowing out terribly. Soft cream with speckles of teal and forest green and kind of a golden ochre with just a hint of, there's even a little hint of pink in here, kind of a pinky corally red. Okinami by Ching Fibers. Oops. Gorgeous deep dark moody teal. Dark. Yeah. And Ballard by Suburban Stitcher, which is showing up very lime green, and in fact it is more of that, how would I describe this color? It's greener than mustard. I would not call it chartreuse. Back here is a little bit better representation of the color, except it's not quite as bright in person. I would call it kind of a lemony olive. Lemon undertoned light olive. Perhaps. I don't know. Okay. So that's the only other work in progress that I can show you that I worked on today. And so the other things that we have going on is I have my What the Fade going on. And there's been no progress. So, haha. Same spot as I was last time. That's actually the back side. This is the front side. So hopefully this week I can get a little bit done on that once I'm done with my super secret knit that I'm working on. So, okay. Fluffing the hair. And if you hear the door going in and out, it's okay. It's just Grace. She came early and I think she's going next door some coffee. Okay. Which, speaking of Grace, and I'll say speaking of employees in general, if you come by the shop, you may see a few new faces around here. So, of course, we have myself and we have Grace, and I just recently hired 2 other employees. One you'll see more than the other. Julie will come in probably 4 to 6 days out of the month, so not super often, but just enough to help out when it's a super busy day here at the shop, or if I'm out of town and we need more than one person here at the shop for lessons, classes, etc. Julie is a fantastic knitter. She's also a crocheter. She's a quilter. She's really super crafty. So be sure and pop by and say hi to Julie. And then this weekend during our 1-year anniversary and birthday party, we have Heather, who's going to be working on Friday, and Heather is kind of a, I'll say, on-call kind of help, and we'll be assisting when we have like a special event, or again, if I'm out of town and there's a special event going on that they just really need a third hand. So yeah, Heather will be coming by. She'll be here on Friday of the big thing, the party, the anniversary. She'll be here on Friday, and then you'll see her occasionally throughout the year, I'm sure. All right, so what else? It's really all I'm working on as far as things. I mean, I have other projects, as you can see on the last episode. I have lots of other things in the works, and there's lots of things that I want to cast on. Like, what do I want to cast on? I'm itching to cast on a sweater. Speaking of sweaters, let's just get comfortable here. So, as you know, I've knit the turtle dove, and I love my turtle dove. However, my turtle dove has grown / is not at gauge. Because did I actually check for gauge? Of course not. I knit it in 4 days. I never checked gauge on that sweater. So, I have still yet to check the gauge on that sweater, but comparing to other people's turtle dove and to my turtle dove that was knit at the same size, mine is about 2 to 3 sizes larger than theirs. So, I've come to the conclusion that since I love my turtle dove sweater, but it is too big in that it is not flattering whatsoever anymore. It was cute the first couple times I wore it, but now it's just massive. And coupled with the fact that I am actually losing a little bit of weight, toning up actually is really more like it, but my arms are getting a bit thinner, which is good. My thighs are getting thinner, really good. You don't need to know that, but there you go. I plan, and since I absolutely adore the yarn, which is, well, of course, Woolfolk Luft, and since the yarn is so hard to get, even though I would have preferred black, they call it mauve. It's not mauve. I call it taupe. It's very much a taupey color. My plan is to rip it out and reknit it. Not rip it out totally. I mean, it'll be ripped out totally, but to reknit it. My plan is to knit it on a smaller size needle. Now, I actually have almost a full ball left from when I knit it originally, so what I'll probably do is go ahead and cast on with the smaller size and check my gauge and how the fabric is knitting up before I rip out the whole thing. But that is the plan, is to basically start it with the extra ball that I have and then make sure that I like it with the new needles. Now, I went ahead and sized down originally needle size because I did not have, I believe her original pattern, because it would have been a US 10.75 and I did not own US 10.75, so I believe I went down to, I think I went down to a 10 or a 10.5. I did not use the 11. So, my plan is to knit it on an 8. That's my plan. Knit the ribbing on a 7 and knit the sweater on an 8. I also may not knit it quite as long as I did because after seeing how the fabric behaves, knowing that it is going to grow ever so slightly, and when I say grow, it's not like a linen or cotton or anything like that. It's just, I'll say the fabric more relaxes, the yarn relaxes. It does have a cotton core, so it does have a little bit of that property of cotton, whereas that it will not sag. Sag's not the right word, but just stretch and have a little more of a drape to it over time. So, my plan is, that sounded very country, my plan is to knit it, like I said, on probably a 7 for the ribbing and an 8 for the body, and shorten it up. Or actually, it won't be shorter. It will most likely just be knit exactly to pattern. I won't lengthen it. I may lengthen the sleeves because I did feel I knit the sleeves to pattern and they hit me like right about right here. So like sometimes your elbow pops through, sometimes it doesn't. I think I'm gonna knit it to maybe about here. No, I did not knit the sweater. Target knit the sweater. I'm probably gonna knit it to about here. It will also have a snugger fit, so I think that will look better to have a little bit longer sleeve. Plus everything being smaller, the armhole won't be quite as huge and everything. So I'll probably have to add maybe 2, maybe 3 inches, depending on how my row gauge tightens up, to the sleeve to get it to the new length that I'm wanting. So check back. I probably won't start it until after the anniversary. It's just so crazy. I may not even get any knitting done hardly this week except to finish my project. It's already crazy. It's a good crazy though. There's so much in store for you guys. I can't wait. Okay, let's talk about what's new in the shop. We have Lina. This is issue 7. I have very few copies left. If you if you pre-ordered one of these from me and you have not picked it up, I need you to pick it up by the end of this week or have me ship it to you, or I will release it for other customers. So please contact me and let me know that you're still interested and you will be picking up your issue. We also have the new issue of Pom Pom magazine. This one is filled with amazing spring knits and crochet. Look at that shawl. That's so pretty. So we do have plenty of these available. What else? We also got in a restock of all of our soak products. So all the scents in the minis and in the large, including fig and yuzu, which are really popular around here. And we are also now carrying the Eucalan soak. So Eucalan is, the main difference is soak is lanolin free. Eucalan has lanolin, so it basically acts like a conditioner to your woolen knits. This is perfect for any of your rustic wools or any of your, it's good for superwash as well, but any non-superwash or superwash yarns. Basically, this just really kind of conditions and remoisturizes the knitting and the fibers, and it really gives a nice look to your knitted garment when you use this as soaking wash or reblocking or washing. So the Rapture scent is jasmine, probably my favorite. And then we have plain lavender and grapefruit. So we also got restocked on Katrinkle's products. So we have the Texas Knitting Gauge, we have the 2-inch, and we have the 4-inch Knitter's Rule. We have the large earrings again. I still have some of the smaller ones too. And then we also have the little tags and your tools. So this one is German Short Rows. This is Wrap and Turn. This is, of course, Kitchener. And Make One Left, Make One Right. We are running low in these already, so I will be restocking them soon. But if you want to grab one, go ahead and grab one now. We also got restocked, on these fun necklaces. So these come with a little dangly stitch marker. Yeah, I'm going to show you and not show you at all. I'm just going to do it myself. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. So this is the little stitch marker. It's hard to do this and not see it. Okay, and you just slip it on, and there you go. Okay, so super cute, fun piece of jewelry to wear and functional for all of you knitters. And we also got restocked in some other pins. So we have the crochet pin, we have the knitting sushi noodles, and the never not knitting pin. Those are restocked as well. And we also got in a fun order of hedgehog. So some of these colors we've had before and some are newer. Oh yeah. We had the Andrea Mowry DRK yarn, and I think we've already sold out. I will see if we can get that one in again because it is such a pretty color. I know it is limited, so I'm not sure if they're going to bring it around full time or what. Okay, let's start off with possibly my favorite color. Haha. This is Ink by Hedgehog, and all of this is on the Skinny Single base. So this is Ink by Hedgehog. Obviously this is all Hedgehog. Stone, Great Neutral. Restocked of Pine. Cinder, really nice gray. This is Typewriter. Oops. This one's coming undone. This is Construct. Once I get it in here. This is Construct. It's a gray with like purple and brown speckles in it. It's really pretty. Kimono. This one always flies out of here. It's this rich dark navy with these bright, bright pops. Crystal, super light pale gray. Method, kind of a steely blue-gray undertone with green, orange, and purple speckles. Deja Vu, again that browny beige undertone with all the brights. This is Deep End. Really fun color. Bali. Bubble. Goblin. Urchin. Guppy. Bollywood. This one's a fun summer one. And then one of their newest colors, Taffy. So Taffy is this really soft, springy, kind of a peachy, peony pink with yellow, orange, and then these fun bright pops of kind of a moody teal color, which is really nice. Very pretty color. Soft and sophisticated. I think that's about it. It's kind of a short episode because most of the stuff that we've gotten in I can't show you. But yeah, we're really looking forward to the anniversary. So be sure and come out Friday and Saturday. Friday, basically the freebies and the giveaways are going to be the same on both days. So it's not like you have to be here for one day and one for the next or anything like that. So if you can only make one day, you're not going to miss out on anything. Friday, we are going to have extended hours. We're going to be here from 10 to 6 p.m. So normally we're 10 to 5. We're going to stay open until 6 p.m. on Friday for any of you coming off of work and needing a little extra time to get out here. Saturday will be normal 10 to 5. We will have trunk shows by Red Stag Fiber and Diane from the Suburban Stitcher here on both days. So don't worry, she'll be here and Red Stag will be here both days with their trunk shows. What else? We're going to have cupcakes, we're going to have brownies, we're going to have lots of yarn. There will be basically, when you come in, you will have the opportunity to, I hope that didn't mess up my microphone. You'll have the opportunity to find out what kind of prize you're going to get. So there'll be prizes from either free yarn to free swag items. Some things you haven't seen before. A gift card basically to the shop or a certain amount off. And then a certain percentage off as well, plus some gift cards to other fun shops in the area, one of which might be a coffee shop. Oh yeah, we've got Trixie's gift cards. Yes, we do. Okay, so be sure and come by. Again, this is March 8th and 9th from 10 to 6 on Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday. The rest of the month we have our last installment of the sweater class if you're participating in that. And then we have also a beginner knitting class March 15th, I believe. It's the Friday from 1 to 3. And then we also are... No, we're not. Now I'm confused. Our next round of classes will start in April. I'm still working out all the details, but we will be posting those very shortly. Like I said, I think that about wraps it up, and so thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Again, you can always find us on Instagram at The Modern Skein. You can find me at Mrs._Sharon_Graff, Graff, and all of the details such as email addresses, websites, Instagram, etc. will scroll at the end of this video. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully give us a thumbs up, like us, and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you into the shop very soon, or see you via the internet. Bye-bye.